This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Hello and welcome to We'll Run For. This is your host Tom, and with me as always are Aaron.
Hello.
Michael.
Hello.
And Diana.
Hi.
How's it going, everyone?
Good.
Can't complain. I'm sitting here inviting people to our brand new Facebook group that we created 2 years ago and then never did anything with.
Whoa.
Facebook group.
Oh. My
so that's
word.
what I'm doing right now.
Oh, Diana, your mic's off.
Is it off? Hello?
Oh,
Now it's
there.
on.
Now it's on.
I was playing with it.
Yeah. So I started this like 2 years ago, apparently with maybe some intention. Actually, more than 2 years ago. It said I created it in August of 2020. I don't even know why I would have created the Facebook group because we've always been like, nah, we don't want to manage that.
Yeah. It's more we don't want to moderate anything or do
But
anything, honestly.
A few people along the way have asked for it, and it came up in a group conversation I was having again, like, oh, it'd be a good way to connect with the community a little bit more.
That's fair.
And with the meetups coming up for Marathon Weekend, people were like,
True,
it'd be like
true.
easier to coordinate everything. So we had a little conversation, and we decided, we're going to start a Facebook group.
I know
Yeah.
you olds in your Facebook, you know.
You won't find Michael there because Michael does
boomer.
not do the Facebooks.
The Facebooks. Yeah, I think the thing there is, we didn't want to monitor it or do any of that, but
I think,
you guys are fine.
Yeah, we have a
Monitor
very
yourselves.
pretty well-established group of people at this point, so it seems pretty safe.
Yeah, and we have a couple questions. I mean, if you don't get an invite and you just find us, you have to answer a couple questions in
It's
order
just to keep
get
out spam.
to get into the group. It's not a quiz. It's real easy.
Yeah, it's to keep out fake accounts and stuff. Essentially.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
So that's what I'm in the middle of.
that sounds exciting.
Yeah. What
Whoop,
about you
whoop.
guys? What are you up to?
It's also late, so we're starting to get a little punchy. So
Punchy?
apologies
Yes.
for
Yes.
how's it's going to go tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, things are good. Today was a cross train day, so I did a Peloton arm workout and a Peloton runners workout, and I was thinking about doing an abs one, but I don't think that's going to happen tonight. So it's good not to run today. I'll take that. I think I got 500 steps on the day, which is amazing.
Wow.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a nice relaxing day.
Yeah,
That's
just-
tough to
yeah.
do.
Just hang
Yeah,
on.
that is actually
Probably-
really
maybe it's not
tough
that
to
low. No, 5,000. It's 5,000. It's
Okay,
not
I
as
was
bad
gonna
as
say
I thought.
500 is like amazing. Yeah.
I average. Oh, I have 1,900. That's how low. That's how low I go these days.
Oh, God.
But I make an effort not to be on my feet very much.
As you should.
Still.
As you should.
So
Yeah.
it's sad when my watch is like, your goal today, because it's that fluctuating goal. Your goal is 2,500 steps today, and then I don't make it.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think the only steps I got today, I walked the dog once, and then, just back and forth through the fridge, honestly.
Do we want to talk about a couple things that we have coming up or that we're thinking about doing coming up?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's get some cleanup
yeah.
stuff going.
Housekeeping.
What are we doing for? Well, first we, Aaron and I and Megan and Emily are running the aid station at Quaker Bridge, which you're not going to be able to come visit because it's in the middle of the Pinelands. But if you happen to be running the Batona Trail Race, say hi. We probably won't be doing much live content from there since we'll be in the middle of the woods and there's no service there.
It's true.
But yeah,
It's the weekend of wine and dine too, so there will
Oh,
be a lot of craziness going on
Yeah.
with that. I couldn't find a flight for less than $500 round trip out of Philly, and none of them were direct, or only a couple of them were direct. So I have
bad.
removed myself from that cheering, and instead I'm going to go wander in the woods and cheer on the people
run that
running
aid station,
33 miles or 55 miles.
Yeah. So if you want to go hunt for the Jersey Devil, we'll be out in the middle of literally nowhere.
Nice.
And Michael, that's the race you nearly died in twice.
Yeah. Well, I only
Yeah,
nearly
that-
died once, and then last year I just bonked. Yeah. Yeah. Nearly
boy.
died once, bonked once.
Oh, there
Different.
you go.
And then what? That's when is that? November
5th.
and then November 20th, Philly Marathon.
Yep.
Yeah, Philly
gonna
Marathon
cheer.
weekend. So
Yeah.
Tom and I, and our friends Nicole and Ryan and Nikki and Scott, we're all going to run the challenge race on Saturday, which is the half marathon and the 8K?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
5 miler. I don't know if it's a 5 miler or an 8K. And it's like the Patriot
Challenge.
Yes.
It is an 8K.
Yep. So we're doing kind of the back-to-back runs to get our 18 miles in. And then Sunday, we've got to do some miles in the morning, just about 8 of them. And then we're going to do a cheer stop for the marathon. I don't know. Depending on where we are, we're going to see if we can have beer. We may not be able to, but we'll at least have goodies and good spirit. And
I know that up in the
frozen noses.
Manioc, up in the Manioc area, I've been told that there is beer. I've never run the actual marathon. I've done the half several times. So I'm going to have to inquire about that a little bit with some people who've done it before. But Michael and I are going to look at the course. I mean, we're pretty familiar with Philadelphia in general.
Yeah, I would say it's less likely we'll be in the Manioc area just because it'd be a bit of a pain for us to get there.
Yeah, we're trying to think of the logistics of it all, because that would be the best place. That's where like the neighborhoods come out and like the people come out and cheer. A little bit more. The streets in Philadelphia, in like the center city area, are definitely have a lot of people, but it's a lot more like people who are coming in from out of town to cheer, like their friends and their family and stuff like that is where that is. So we may end up just being in that area and then heading up towards where you get into the park, just because logistically it'll be easier to get to and from. But we'll see. We'll look at the course and see. We'll announce it on our social media when we figure it out. We'll announce it on a podcast at some point when we figure it out. Let us know if you're going to be in Philadelphia. I know just reading through the goal getters as I was putting them in, we have several people who are going to be out there. So make sure you let us know and we'll
keep it up. Well,
send us a DM so that I can make a little list.
And we can track you.
And we can do a little tracking.
Yeah, and if you want something on course, we can have that. And
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we can definitely have soda, treats, whatever you want. Yeah.
Did you guys hear what happened to the Philadelphia Brewing Company?
No.
So Tom and I, we stopped there after we did like the Harry Potter exhibition thing that was in Philly for a while. We stopped there, and like 2 weeks later, they had like a hops garden in kind of like a back alleyway that was like their property, and they had it all sectioned off. And the city thought it was weeds, and they cut down all their hops.
Oh my God!
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God.
And so like now they can't like make a bunch of their beer and stuff. Isn't that wild? Like they posted about it on Facebook or Instagram.
No, I totally missed that.
Okay,
that's
like
awful.
it was so sad.
Oh my God.
That is
But there's like a
terrible.
specific beer that they were gonna do with whatever those hops were. That's like an annual release, and now
That is awful.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it
man.
is. Despite our clear signage and fenced-off area, the city of Philly took it upon themselves to completely destroy our hop garden yesterday morning. They lost over 60 pounds of hops and tens of thousands of dollars in projected revenue.
Is there anything that they can do? Oh my gosh, this is probably way too long of a tangent to go off on, but my God.
We don't know, so yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. But
right.
look at them on Instagram. Follow them, Philadelphia Brewing. Give them all your love because that's some BS.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh, man.
All right. What else? Well, I announced the Facebook group already. And then lastly, we have planned our meetup for Marathon Weekend coming up in Disney. The first actual, I would say, like real big announced meetup that we're doing well ahead of time so that to make sure people can actually be there. On Friday, I should have looked at the exact date of that before starting this announcement. On Friday, the 6th of January, we will be at Disney Springs over by the food trucks, which is
By the Starbucks.
over by the AMC theater. When you come in through that garage, you'll see the Starbucks over there. It's towards the
Water.
left going towards Splitsville. There's a food truck area. I'll post it on our social media as well, and with a little arrow as to exactly where we'll be. X marks the spot. 1 p.m. Disney Springs.
Yeah.
So if
We
you're
picked
doing
Friday.
the 10K, yep.
Yeah. We picked Friday, because the 10K is that day, so it's shorter.
Yeah.
And then the half is longer, so people will be like freaking out to get
And
to bed.
no one but me needs to be around Tom on Saturday afternoon.
Well, I mean,
True.
we know that because I know that I have in the past flown in on Friday and missed meetups because of the Friday meetups.
It's like
so we apologize if you are flying in Friday because you're only running the half and the full, or you're only running the full, and only in Disney will I ever say only running a full. I mean, that's just the most ridiculous phrase ever. But as Michael just pointed out, Saturday is a little bit more difficult. Tom will be freaking out about running the marathon the next day. So we got to tuck him in bed and get him to sleep.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you talking about me like I'm not on the call, but it's very true. It's very true.
Yeah.
And we will work through it together.
And there are a few other like podcasts and group meetups in Disney Springs on Friday. So we figured like not making you guys like run all over the place. Don't feel like you have to come and stop by. And if you can't come, we'll see you on course or probably before one of the races or,
Yeah,
we'll be around.
We started this Facebook group, so we'll post where we're going to be in a group now. Apparently,
Aaron and I will be there the whole week before. I will not be posting in the group.
He will not be posting in the group.
No.
He is right.
No.
Yes, but we figured this way it's kind of outside. It's not really at a place where you'd have to buy anything or feel the pressure
just
to
hang out.
Just hang out, come by for like 10, 15 minutes if you want. We'll be there from about 1 o'clock to maybe around 2:30. So we'll be there for about an hour and a half, just hanging out there. So if you have time in between those hours, just come on, stop by. Say hi.
And I'll be Cinderella and I have an expiration date. So if I just ghost everyone and I'm gone, it's not that I don't love you. It's just that I have to go to bed.
Well, that's why we're doing it early on a Friday.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I guess the only other thing is our October scavenger hunt is well underway. Depending on when, this will drop in a couple days, it'll still be
24th.
going. And a lot of people have been taking part in it.
So great.
And everybody who shared their bingo cards, it's been amazing.
I tell you, what's been difficult? Yellow leaves.
That's weird. We have so many.
I think it's so funny that people are having trouble with that because I should go outside and take a video because I would say yellow leaves in at least South Jersey are the most popular color of leaves. So I didn't even think when I put that on the card that it would be like a challenge. And then everyone's like, where are the yellow leaves? I'm like, I'm looking at them. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's like how like late they are in, I don't know, blooming or whatever it is they do. And I feel like orange is like the color of most of the leaves around here right now. So when we were running at the BWI trail on Saturday, we saw tons of orange and tons of red and then only a couple of yellow.
Yeah, that's so weird. I would say we're like more like 60% yellow, like 20% orange and 20% red.
Yeah.
Like that's how much more yellow we have around here.
Yeah. So for our runs this weekend, we'll be posting some more as well. We did the trail on Saturday for our long run, and there's nothing out there. Like you're not in neighborhoods or anything like that. We're going to try and do like a neighborhood or somewhere we can get some like good photos and some fun stuff.
Yeah,
upcoming
Michael and
weekend.
I are going to go for a walk this weekend. Down there's actually a contest in Haddonfield where you can vote for the most well decorated house.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I
I love
didn't
it.
actually know until I found out today.
Cool.
And so I'm gonna make a little map of where all the houses are, so we could go check them all out. Because
Oh,
they're
it's so
all
fun.
in about a mile radius. So I think I can manage that walk where I'm at.
Sounds good.
Amazing.
So I'm excited about that. So we'll get check off a ton of them then. This drops on the 24th. You have until the 31st to get them in. And we are putting together a little prize pack. I posted yesterday. I've been waiting for the fall Thanksgiving gooders to drop. They dropped. I bought them. They're for your prize pack. So you'll be getting the pair of Thanksgiving gooders.
I think they look like pie.
They do. They're little pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin.
Sunglasses this year, so I ordered those. We'll have some squirrel's nut butter. I'm going to go down to the local run store, put together a little prize pack for you guys, and however many things you check off on your card is however many entries you get, and then we'll do a little drawing at the end.
Rando
Yep.
drawing.
And don't forget, once you have it filled out, to DM it to us, and don't just story it, because it will be lost forever.
Yeah, there's that. Stories. yeah. Stories are harder to maintain.
Yeah.
Yep. Just when you're done with your card. So at the end of this, just make sure when you have either completed your card or you're as far as you're going to go with your card, just DM it and say, "Hey, I'm done. Mark me complete."
Yeah.
Be like
complete as my entry.
Raph and Jamie, and just slide into my DMs with your scavenger hunt.
That's all they do.
I think that takes care of all of our cleanup, right?
Look at us. Look at us with actual news items. I don't know how to call this news. Important? I don't even know.
Breaking
a bulletin
news.
board?
Michael.
Yeah.
Do we have any new 5-star reviews?
We have so many this time.
Oh my God. Really?
A troika of 5-star reviews.
Oh, God.
What now?
Troika.
Oh. That's what I thought
you said. Let's see. Remember, 5-star reviews are fantastic. Also, sharing the show is amazing. So thank you all. First up, we have J102102 Jeremy. Excellent show. I've been listening for a little over a month, and I'm glad I added this show to my podcast list. It's nice to hear the host talk about 3 of my favorite things: running, Disney, and beer. Listening to them talk about loving and not loving running keeps me motivated, and it's nice knowing that I'm not the only one with that conflict.
Yeah,
you're not alone.
No, it's stupid.
Tutus and track shoes, relatable and fun. After only a few episodes, this quickly became one of my favorite podcasts. I listen to these 4 friends on my way to and from work while they discuss running, not running, food, drink, etc. Episodes 2 through 5 are my favorites as I learned about each of their running journeys.
Oh,
I find myself regularly cheering for Tom. Echoing Diana's absolutely not. And what's wrong with you? As Aaron and Michael recount their ultra madness and wondering at their ability to run all those miles and not die. If you're looking for a running podcast to motivate, inspire, and entertain you, give this crew a listen. Do not listen to parts where Aaron is now injured after doing crazy miles. Don't listen to this.
See, look, I was right.
Brittany Blago. I think that's BLE. E before I is A, right? Yeah.
Well, it looks like Lee in the middle.
But Brittany is on a future Inside the Runner Studio.
Yes. I was trying to pronounce the handle, though. She was already on.
We should have asked her how to pronounce her handle, because I'm
a fair question.
I ride Peloton with her pretty regularly, and I chat with her on Instagram.
Well,
but
I mean, you know how to say her name, so that's helpful.
Yeah.
Sign of a great podcast to me is when you want to jump into the conversation, and Will Run Forward does just that. I feel like I'm sitting around catching up with friends each episode. Each episode is always fun and motivating. I love the support they give each other and the entire running community. Thank you all for putting a great podcast together.
Oh. These made me want to cry. They're so nice, guys.
Yeah, really. We are not
love
worthy.
them.
Yes. Thank you all. Again, thank you. Always appreciate it. And yeah, sharing, reviewing, all that.
Yeah, and you
It's a
gave all
great
these
way to
people their
support.
you gave all these people their miles already, didn't you?
Yeah, I gave them each, I dedicated 5 miles to each of them. If anybody out there wants to leave us a review, I got plenty of miles to do. So I would love to dedicate any of those miles to.
It's not like last winter when it was kind of debatable on when you'd get those miles.
No.
Now he's got to do them.
I have to. So thank you very much for everybody that's left a review. That's really, really nice of you.
It's really great.
So what are we running for this week?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. You know what I'm running for this week?
What's that?
Uh-oh.
Happy Meals.
Oh.
Because
Wow.
the Halloween buckets are back for Happy Meals, and they're making me so happy, even though they're slightly smaller and have no lid. I'm still really excited about them. And I don't care. I don't care that it's toxic and you can just show a McDonald's hamburger patty and it just won't change for 7 years. I'm still eating it. You're not stopping me. Like it doesn't make me not want to eat it. I'm still going to eat the McDonald's. I love it. So I'm running for Happy Meals.
That's fair. As we all know, I love early morning running.
I cannot believe you're doing this. It's unbelievable to me.
And I have started running before work. It's only 2 days so far. And now I'm incredibly tired because I am getting up at 4:30 instead of 5 o'clock. And it sucks. I'm not doing very far. I'm only doing like a 5K. Today I even did less than a 5K because if I had gone any further, there would have been a big pile of poop on somebody's lawn.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. I'm not even sure. Okay.
So it was.
That's the kind of content that gets you a 5-star review. I'm
That's
just going to put it out
5-star
there.
content. Honestly, Michael, when you posted that story of you out running that early, I was like, I didn't know what was happening.
Did he not go to bed yet? What happened?
I was like, what is going on?
When he said it the other day, I was like, you're doing what?
Well, because I want to start getting in some 2-a-days and start building up some. So it's just
Oh my God.
stupid. I know, it's dumb. That's what I'm running for. My favorite thing, early cold mornings.
I was thinking about this. I'm very mentally weak. And you got to know that about yourself so you can address it. So here's the thing. I'm very intimidated by Dopey. And I think about it a lot. And there's a ton of miles training miles in between now and that challenge. So rather than think of all of those things, think of the 20-miler that's coming up on Thanksgiving or whatever it is, right?
He has been talking about how much we have to run Thanksgiving weekend
Oh my God.
for about 5 months now.
It's amazing.
He's like, do you know how much we have to run on Thanksgiving Day? And I'm like, I know. I put it on your calendar. It's awful. Like,
So it's actually helped me cope with it a lot more if I just take it day by day. If I only focus on what's on the training plan for that day,
Yep.
not look at the weekend, not look at 2 weeks from now, none of that stuff.
Gotcha.
Just day by day, and it's
Love it.
helping, and that's all I care about.
I love it. Can I
That's all I
give you
care
some
about.
advice? Do that during the actual races too.
Yeah.
Take it
Okay.
one day at a time. Think of the 5K. I don't even think about the rest of the weekend. Think about the 5K that you're doing that day and only those miles. And then even when you get to the marathon, think about the mile that you're in and just get through that mile and see what the rest of the time takes you. Just
That's
stay
the
in
plan.
the moments.
That is the plan.
Don't do what I do and curl up into a ball in the corral and then throw your Mylar blanket on top of you and just cry by yourself. That was not the best approach to kick off my marathon.
Oh my God.
Alone and crying. It was so
That's a good
cold
start.
too.
Yeah, that's a good
It was
start
so
to a marathon. Oh my God.
Oh god, that's so funny. Oh, I guess I'm not running for anything again. I'm Pelotoning for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you've been
So-
super active. Like I've been so impressed and like I'm in awe of how active you have been.
I do feel like I got some motivation. This is the second week that I've been doing the Power Zone I'm in just started week 3 because it's not even weeks. I started for whatever reason when I clicked the start program button, it was on a Wednesday. So here we are on Wednesday, starting week 3. But since I started that, I put out a call to people on my Instagram, and people have been messaging me to ride with me. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Tom doesn't appreciate that very much
Must
though,
be nice.
because I left him out, and I've been getting a lot of
Don't let him bully you. He hasn't been on this bike in like 3 weeks. Like,
first of all, yes, I have.
Anyway,
Don't
so
exaggerate.
I am not running for anything, but I am Pelotoning for a lot.
I need to start doing that.
So what am I Pelotoning for?
I don't know.
The pumpkin cheesecake that I ate.
Stop.
That we just threw out.
Well, not that pumpkin. I had up the other piece.
Oh,
of
that good
the
one.
Really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember where that was from.
I've had several pieces of pumpkin cheesecake. I may have also had another piece of pumpkin cheesecake without Michael at work when I got a slice with my lunch.
Yeah, unreal.
From this little place called Mary's Cafe. That was really good.
Sounds
So I'm
amazing.
in pumpkin season, and I'm enjoying the
Oh,
hell out of it.
You know what season's coming up? Gobbler
Ten shots
season.
of mocha.
Oh, it's already out. The
Oh, is
turkey
the gobbler
gobbler's
out?
out. Yeah, it's been out.
Maybe I'll have to get a gobbler.
I'm sort of waiting though until
Ooh,
like
I'm gonna
November.
get one after a long run.
That's a good idea.
Do a long run and get a gobbler.
I feel like November is when I wait for the Wawa gobbler.
Yeah. Frumpa posted that he already had one, I think.
Yeah. And I was like, should I get one? And I was like, it might be too soon.
It was too
right
warm
now,
is the problem. It's got to be cool out.
Yeah, well, today it's 35 to 30, feels like 31 when I woke
Marty's
up. So here we are.
Murder dirter.
But yes, I'm Pelotoning for all of the pumpkin cheesecake I can get between
all the
now
pumpkin
and
cheesecake, all the pumpkin snacks. We went to the grocery store over the weekend, and I bought like the Little Debbie like pumpkin brownies and pumpkin cupcakes and like anything that had like a pumpkin or a spooky ghost on it or anything like Halloween-y. I was like, into the cart immediately.
We went to Trader Joe's, and Trader Joe, because they're known for their seasonal stuff and it sells out super quick. So I bought 3 types of pumpkin cookies, 4 boxes of pumpkin of pumpkin muffin mix, pumpkin tea, it's like pumpkin everything.
Amazing.
Goal getters.
Goal getters.
I didn't know how to transition, so I just yelled
pumpkin.
Yeah. Would you say that getting pumpkin pie or pumpkin something is a goal?
Yeah,
always.
That works. Yeah.
That would have been.
And now it's time for our Will Run 4 goal getters. Congrats on making your goals, you getters. Oh, who runs this shit?
Jennifer Cook. Broken record alert. Hoping to pick up where I left off with exercise when I recover from COVID-19 a second time.
Ugh.
I feel like that's happened to a few people.
Yeah.
And of course, that nutrition piece. October was supposed to start strong, but instead it started out with me on the couch binging Netflix. Yeah, COVID-19. And as we just mentioned, all the pumpkin snacks. You can't, it's not your fault, Jennifer. They're sabotaging.
It's the season. It's the season.
Just to qualify, that one was a missed one from the previous episode.
Yes.
So sorry, Jennifer, that we're a little late, but we're getting to it.
We gotcha. And then Bria, checking on my goal from the last goal getters. I ran 2 halves in 6 days. Oh my God.
Wow.
Missed 2:15 at Philly distance run, but still got a 3-minute PR and finished in 2:20. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great goal. Then 6 days later, I got another 3-minute PR and finished the Newport Liberty half in 2:17. I got the worst cramp of my life on mile 12, and it probably cost me my 2:15, but I'll take it. Now to focus on the Philly full. So we will be there cheering you on.
We will.
Yeah.
So you like this one's also a late one, but you let us know your bib number. Just send us a DM like the week before when bib numbers go out, and we'll track you and let us know what you want us to bring you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Nikki runs Diz. Is just making it through my races in one piece a goal? Yes. Because that's where I am. Follow-up comment. I'm only kind of kidding. On top of making it through all the Disney races I've signed up for, Space Coast full, and I'm just pushing along and doing the training. Got to take Tom's advice. One day at a time.
She texted randomly and was like, on an impulse, as part of her training. She hasn't run a marathon. She was doing Dopey as her first marathon. She's like, guys, I signed up for the Space Coast full marathon. We're like, what just happened?
I mean, it's not a bad weekend to do that distance.
Yeah.
Because it's right after Thanksgiving.
It's the right timing. Yeah.
It's the right timing. You can do it. You got this,
girl.
girl.
Megan Avis signed up to do it with her. So that makes me feel a little bit better about Nikki getting through and having fun with it, because Megan will help keep her out of her head.
That's true.
She's so great.
Yeah, she's so good at that. Yeah.
Oh my God, she's amazing.
So
and
excited to see them do that. Excited to see Nikki do her first full marathon. Now, not at Disney, but in Space Coast. We'll be virtually cheering. Yeah, we'll be virtually cheering her on.
Space Coast is amazing. Mal runs Disney. Our friend Mal. On track with my goals that I set post-surgery. Also, by the way, like, Tom and I talked about her for like 20 minutes on Sunday because of how well she did in her race. Mm-hmm. He was like, did you see? Half marathon by mid-October and one back-to-back long run. Training is on track and I'm feeling confident in my training for Dopey. I'm doing another half marathon this weekend for fun.
Go get it.
Into it.
There you go.
Back into it. And Chiquita, 722. I set out to run Chicago and Detroit marathons a week apart, and I did it. God. Now on to NYC.
That's a good fall.
Yeah, that's a
fall.
3 marathons in 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weekends. Yep. 3 marathons, 5 weekends. Wow. Nice.
And then Girl Without a Tattoo, just on our Inside the Runner studio, who tagged the wrong person.
Michael tagged girl with girl with no tattoo. So first I spelt girl without tattoo wrong, because it's actually, there's not a 2 T's in the without tattoo. So I had a double T. So I tagged her wrong the first time. Then Michael put together a reel and tagged...
No. I put together a TikTok.
Oh my God. I keep getting yelled at every time I call it a TikTok.
Thank you. All right. I did a TikTok. I converted to reels for you people.
Oh my God.
All right.
Because he's hip and cool and...
with the youth.
With the youths.
Is that the one you made where we're talking about how horny New Kids on the Block
Yes. Yes. That was the New Kids on the Block one.
But then he tags girl with... no tattoo, and I'm like, what the heck is this? So I click on it, and somebody named Brenda.
Sorry, Brenda.
Thought maybe she'd like shirtless Donnie. I don't know.
All right, and tell me those. It was horny, right? When you were watching it,
it looked like Chippendales. Yeah, it did. Yeah.
All right, back to her goal. All right. Training is set to begin for Princess Challenge and the New York City Half Marathon soon. My goal is to stay motivated, keep up with strength and speed workouts in the coming cold winter month. Winter is coming.
That's true.
Don't bring that on us. We don't want it.
We don't want to think about it.
We don't want to think about it.
Here.
I mean, real, yeah.
All right. And Jamie... No true goal was achieved this past weekend other than I was able to complete the Myrtle Beach mini marathon races. While Saturday went as planned, Sunday didn't. My lower back flared up and it resulted in a lot of negotiating of run to this point, walk to that one. I completed the race in under 3 hours. Just 5 more races before Operation Reset takes effect.
Wow, 5 more races. Oh my God.
See, Jamie, you did what all new runners do, and you register for everything.
Yeah.
So I think in our first couple years of running, everyone had years that was like that, where it was just every single race. So
yep.
Yeah.
Time
Yep.
to take a break.
Yep.
Take
but you
a
grind
break.
it through. That's all that mattered. You got to the end. You
Yeah.
did what you had to do.
Whoop, whoop. And then I know Aaron's going to jump in with somebody else, but I did want to give a shout out to our running coach, Megan. She did Chicago, the marathon, and then the very next day, she did a full marathon in Indiana.
Yes.
my
Oh,
God.
nice.
Oh, God.
Nice.
So she did
The
A
back
day
to
to
back.
day, back to
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
and then drove back to Maryland.
Oof. That's been there. That's it's
That's what Michael did, right?
you feel
did
it.
You did the drive back the next day.
Yeah, your legs
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah. It's a
So,
long
shout
time
out
in
to
a
Megan.
car. Yeah. We got Melissa, who says she's hoping to hit 150 miles this month. With dopey
Whew.
training, she just might get it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Karate chop.
Oh
Mm.
my God. Karate.
Kind of nailed my fall marathon as far as not bonking and nabbing a small PR. Small PR.
Oh my God.
I'm a carb load evangelist now. It's essential. It's as essential as your training. Who knew?
Yeah,
So-
so apparently Tim also ran this race that he was
Oh,
running.
yes.
I noticed that. Yeah.
He ran the half though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And Karate did post some video where he talks about how like funny he runs like an old man. And I was like, what? And then I watched the video and he absolutely does. And I laughed really hard about it.
It's true. It's true.
I laughed out loud watching the video.
It's efficient.
And obviously, it's efficient. He ran like a
Whatever he's doing is
3:11.
working.
Yeah, he ran a 3:11 marathon.
Oh,
Get out of
God.
here. Run Disnerd says trying out my new projected marathon race pace during an actual in-person race this weekend. Running the Track Shack You Can Finish Double Dare, a 5-mile and a 2-mile challenge.
Hmm.
Nice.
Love that.
Run Lauren Run 13.1 says I ran my third half marathon on Sunday, the half Athens, Georgia. Sadly, my other two I finished feeling awful and I was miserable. So my goal was to finish this one feeling good and happy about my accomplishment. If I can break 3 hours, that's a bonus.
Hell yeah. Finishing feeling good is like, that's where it's at.
That's a very
I think that's
good goal.
sometimes more important than a PR is
Yeah.
like judging yourself on how you feel after the race. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
is an indicator.
Agreed. Wendy Larson, hand cyclist,
Killing it.
killing it as
What's
always.
she up to? Good God.
I hit my October goal of placing in the top 3 in my age group at the 100K cycling race. That was the one where she said that she was cycling against able-bodied.
Yeah, so she was hand
Like, she's hand cycling.
against people cycling with their legs.
On bikes?
Yes.
Yep.
And she finished third in her age group.
Stop
I
it.
cannot.
It's not even
With her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
My November goal is to do a 1:35 marathon at NYC
Nice,
Marathon.
that's coming up.
She's going to win it.
Coming up.
Jogging. How do we say her last
It's
name?
Tori.
Well, I know it's Tori, but is it Torius?
Jogging Tories.
Notorious.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I thought it was like tortoise. Like, didn't we talk
Yeah,
about this?
kinda
It's like
like
tortoise,
tortoise.
Torius.
Yeah, Torius.
She hates us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like this, it's
She
just.
hates us.
That's our friend Tori.
That is our friend Tori.
Yes, she was at Shamrock with us.
She
okay.
was at Shamrock with her parents.
I set a new 1 mile, 5K, and half marathon PR in Detroit.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
What is
Nice.
happening?
Yeah.
My goal is staying consistent. Sorry. My goal is staying consistent with my training as it leads up to the Freedom Challenge in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So
There we are.
Is freedom? What's
Yes.
freedom? The half and the
It's
full?
the half. Nope. It is the half. It is the 8K, and it is the full.
Wow.
Yes, Queen. Get it, girl.
So she's
She
doing.
can fun run it with us and then take the marathon seriously on Sunday.
Well, she did have fun with us in Shamrock, so maybe
Yes,
maybe
she
you
did.
can convince her to fun run with you.
Yeah, take it easy. Take it easy on the shorter ones and then go all out on the full on Sunday.
Yeah. Runcation Dreaming. Completed my first non-Disney half marathon last weekend and then earned a shiny new PR.
Yes.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I run for margaritas. Her
too.
goal is to survive wine and dine. I am perfect, so I keep signing up. Then I curse myself during.
Yep.
Hey, that's the price that you pay.
I know, that is the
Oh,
problem with
God.
being perfect.
Yeah. You don't want to stop.
You don't want to stop. Yep.
That's the only reason I'm not perfect.
Speaking of of Megan Avis, first race post injury was a huge success. My goals for that race were to finish strong and have a faster time than my last race before injury. Felt good and the entire time and finished 10 minutes faster.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Megan.
Yeah,
I'm
and that
also
race
so excited to see you at Marathon. I'm going to hug you so hard when I see you. I haven't seen you in so long.
True.
That race was at the one that Marcia, who was also on an Inside the Runner studio this past week, where we'll be releasing it sometime in the future. Amelia Island, where they were on the beach and they were on the trail, if you remember.
Yep.
So the fact that she had 3 miles of random trail she wasn't expecting and finished 10 minutes faster. Pretty damn impressive. Jessica Garand might be late to getting this in. Nope, you're perfect timing. But my goal is to get back to mobility and stretching regularly. My long run this past Saturday brought back an inkling of an old knee injury. Had to walk the second half of my distance. Time on feet and keeping old injuries at bay. Also see another one on our Facebook that just popped up. Brooke Shambach says, keeping the mileage up over the winter months. I think we'll need to do we'll run for Pello Challenge in the winter.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm not going outside after Dopey.
So
Y'all will see me in the spring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to come up with something for that.
I don't know. I may be outside a lot in the winter. I'm not sure. I have goals in mind for spring.
Goals. Spring goals.
I have 0 goals in mind for anything at this point.
My goals are to do my miles tomorrow.
Your goal needs to be to get back out running with me again.
Oh.
Oh,
As it should
a
be.
little sentimental. I like it.
As it should be. But even like just talking about like what Jessica Garan was talking about, like these old injuries and mobility and stretching and all of that, it's just so important. And I don't think on the last episode, because we were talking all wedding stuff, I gave kind of a full update. So I went to the doctor in kind of a panic, yelling about Erin. I literally yelled at my doctor about Erin. I was like, so my friend, she had shin splints and then it turned into a stress fracture and my leg is broken and I don't know what's wrong. And I
have 6 toes in my
I
right
was
foot.
like, everything.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It hurt. My ankle's weird and I've got a pain here. And I was like pointing to random spots at my leg. And then I was talking about like my ACL tear and all of that. And he's like feeling everything. He's like, first of all, like your entire leg is too tight. Like you need to stretch. Number one. He's like, can you stretch, please? And then he was like, does your knee hurt? And I said, never. It almost never hurts. It never hurts. And he said, well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but because you have no stability in your leg, because you don't have an ACL, everything below that is hurting because it's not stable.
Yeah,
so now I
makes
have to
sense.
wear a brace on my knee, even though I have no knee pain, to make
To
everything
stabilize it. Yeah.
everything stable. And I would just say like keep with it because it was 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And the first few times I wore the brace, I was like, nothing's different, nothing's changing. But I'm noticing like less and less pain now
over
that I'm
time.
wearing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Every time it's a little bit better. And
Gotcha.
then he also gave me the greatest prescription of all time, which is massages and like really intense. He actually gave me this card of this place. It's called Happy Feet. And it's an Asian massage parlor that's basically like a little hole in the wall. And he's like, yeah, they're gonna F your stuff up. And I said, what? And he's like, it's gonna hurt. You just gotta go in there and do like a half hour. So I went twice. I actually went on Monday and got a 45-minute. It hurt so bad. But it feels great afterwards. So I don't know. I think the one thing I can say is if you feel something weird, don't not go to the doctor. Like as soon as you start feeling something, and I don't do this and I don't think anyone does it, just go, because it's better to take a couple of weeks off and get prescribed a massage than be taken out.
I think you go to the doctor faster than anyone I know.
Well, yeah, because I'm sick all the time.
I know, but I'm just saying that in general, like I think you're really like, if you're gonna take a lesson, somehow I'm about to say this out loud. If you're gonna take a lesson from anyone in this podcast, oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. Diana is somehow the one of us that does things smartly.
Yeah. I have not been stretching as much as you said, but I've been stretching more.
But you do go to the doctor a lot. Like you even like when you feel a pain, you're like you don't question it. You're like, I think I should go see and just make sure it's okay before I like F it up more.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So I do think you are one of the smarter ones as far as you don't wait until it's like to the point where it's like no return. Yeah,
absolutely. I still don't know exactly what knee brace to wear. So if anyone has an ACL injury and has a good recommendation, send it over. I've been talking to my friend Kimberly a lot. She also doesn't have an ACL. Twice over, because she tore her ACL, got it fixed, and then tore it again and just hasn't gotten it fixed. So we were talking about braces and she sent me one. I ordered it and I like it, but I don't know. I don't know what else is out there. So if anyone has any recommendations, but yeah, you'll see me wearing a brace. I haven't worn one with shorts yet. I'm a little nervous to do that. I've been full capri in it. So also if you guys have any tips on like how I don't chafe my entire body wearing a brace on my knee, let me know that as well, because I'm scared.
Fair. Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure if she listens or not. Nicole's running adventures. She's pretty good friends with Jay Hall. She ran the marathon last year with Jay Hall. They were adorable out there. Her and I have been chatting a lot because she's injured. She just had surgery on her ACL and she's out of running for 6 months. So we've sort of been talking a lot. So I know she's going through that. So maybe I'll have to ask her if she has any recommendations for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of injuries.
Go to the doctor. Everyone's injured. Go to the doctor.
I know. And this isn't our as Tom would say, our topic for the week, but something I do want to maybe on the next episode we can talk a little bit more about it, and I'll give a quick injury update for myself. I have been talking to a lot of people who are injured. I know that there are several people that I know that are out for like 6+ months right now with back injuries, herniated discs, stress fractures, and it's been hard. I don't want to shy away from that, and I think that I've kind of talked about that here, maybe not as much as I could or should. But one of the things someone said to me was, it'd be a really good podcast topic to talk about, because sometimes when you're in that, it can feel lonely and like everyone else is accomplishing all of these things and you're super happy for them. Like it's amazing watching people accomplish what they're accomplishing. Watching like Melissa cross the finish line of the Chicago Marathon to finish her first marathon, like all those things. And I'm totally still cheering everyone on. But it's also really hard to know that all my goals are gone because I can't do anything right now. And I basically am sitting out an entire run season. So there are days that are much harder than others and I cry a lot. And so it's just something that maybe we'll talk a little bit more about and be a little bit more and get some feedback from some people on how they've dealt with that, because it is difficult and it can feel lonely.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that's a great idea.
As far as me, I went back to the doctor. I don't have clearance to run. I had a little bit of pain when, or not pain, but aching in there. And I talked a little bit about with him. He did say that the weather changing and fluctuating so much. He drew me little pictures of how bone recalcifies and stuff. Ian came in and it rained for 6 days. So
yeah, I get pain in my knee when it rains now, like an old man.
I was getting super paranoid about like, oh, maybe it's not healing as well as I thought it was. So I was like, when I go back, I'm just going to tell him I don't want to run. I mean, like I'm telling the doctor like what I do think that there's some fear. I think that he thinks I'm a little bit more ready than I think I am, but I would rather not start running, find out that it's not right, and then have to pull back again and then be out for longer. So I'd just rather take the full 12 plus weeks and just not do it. And
I'm with you.
I think even mentally, I think I need it for myself. So I'm still not running. I'm Pelotoning a lot. I did start, I mentioned this, I did start a Power Zone program on Peloton that I'm actually really loving. It's the workouts are way more focused and it's way more endurance based. So like there's zones 1 to 7, and zone 2 and 3 are like your endurance zones. Like zone 2 is like you could do this for hours. Zone 3 is like you could do this for a couple hours, but you're huffing and puffing and can't necessarily like hold full conversations. Whereas like zone 2, you could hold a whole go on a run and hold a whole conversation.
Yeah.
And then like your the next 3 zones are like zones where you're working out. They're tempo zones. They're like workout zones.
It's kind of like Orange
VO2
Theory.
max zones. Yeah. So I'm really liking that they're very focused because it's like 1 minute in or 2 minutes in zone 4 and then you recover, and then 2 minutes in zone 5 and then you recover, and then like so it's way more focused. And I think that there's something called FTP, the functional threshold something. And like it's all about numbers, so you can actually see like your improvement by numbers. And I sort of like, I think right now I needed wins where I can physically see improvement. And so I'm really enjoying that program, and I'm trying to bring everyone over to the dark side and ride the Power Zone rides with me.
Well, if you do one on a Wednesday, that's my cross training day.
I did one tonight, so we'll have to add you on a Wednesday.
Yeah, so Wednesdays are good. And then I said, so Mondays and Fridays are technically supposed to be like rest days for us, but I think I'm going to start doing like a structured like stretch or yoga on those days.
Yeah.
Like
I've been doing a ton of yoga.
There's a ton on like Peloton, so I think I'm either going to do, like a 20 or 30 minute like full body stretch or a yoga session on those days and just really stretch it out.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing a ton of yoga as well. So I'm enjoying it.
I hate yoga. So
I hate yoga. But I actually will say that I couldn't even touch the ground, and now I can put my palms on the ground.
Look at you.
So
all right, Stretch Armstrong.
It is. I mean, it really does actually work.
It does, yeah.
So as long as you keep doing it somewhat consistently, I've been doing it like 3 to 5 times a week, depending on
I'm not doing it that much.
I know, but it's all I have.
You got me too.
So
you got me too.
It's all I've got. I got riding and yogaing.
I'm so impressed, like with how much you're doing, because I know it's discouraging and sucks, and we've kind of all been through it. And I feel like when I did it, it was kind of during like a training, like it was like over the summer, so it was bad.
Yeah.
So like I wasn't missing a ton of like stuff in the fall. Like
you weren't missing the actual races. Back. Yeah.
So like it was definitely different. So
how's your training coming along, Michael?
I guess I started training again because it was race season, so I was kind of just floating. Still kind of floating.
Well, you decided that you might want to do Rehoboth, right?
I got 2 things that week. So we're doing Patapsco 50K. When is that?
The 29th.
29th.
The 29th.
Down in there in Baltimore.
And
so I'll be doing that. And then what is it? First weekend of December? Second weekend?
Yeah, first weekend.
Something like that. Rehoboth Marathon, or there's 100K in Virginia.
Those are 2 very different things, by the way.
Yeah. There's a few miles difference.
It's only like a 62-mile race or a 63-mile race.
It's all the same thing. It's all the same.
It's all the same. Marathon and a 63-mile race. Same
I don't
thing.
know which I want to do. I might go run Rehoboth and try and run a time, or I might. I don't know. Right now, I'm leaning Rehoboth. It's just like up in the air, so I don't know. And then I just want to keep running until Dopey, basically, kind of just keep getting normal mileage. 40ish. Try and get back up to like 40ish miles a week once I get past Patapsco.
Yeah.
'Cause it's hard when you have like those races and stuff.
But you were thinking about incorporating speed work, right? In November, if you end up doing Rehoboth?
Yeah, well, I've already kind of started by just running like a fast mile in my runs every time or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just something random like that. So yeah, I think it's probably going to be Rehoboth just because it's a little more convenient to get to, a little more convenient to get home from.
I'd like to do that one year.
Yeah, I've done it before. It was my PR for a little while.
It is my PR.
So I would like to go back and give it a go. Maybe see what I could do now. I'm not sure I could get to the PR level at this point, but it'd be fun to try.
Yeah.
Depending on the weather. So I don't know. I think I'm definitely leaning more Rehoboth than the 100K, but we'll see.
Knowing you, who knows? It could go either way.
It could go either way. And then we have Frosty Looper a couple weeks later. So, or a week later. I don't know.
Weren't you trying to get Tom to come up and do Frosty Looper?
Yeah. I think it's good timing.
It was Celtic Solstice Day.
Yeah, Celtic Solstice.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Frosty Looper would be a great training day though, because it's paved.
Yeah.
So you can just
and you just do as many loops as you feel like, and then you
walk
in a supported atmosphere.
Yeah, so
every 4 miles you have 8 in support.
That's actually a really good training race.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be running the beautiful hills of the Baltimore Zoo.
That's right. Yeah,
just a nightmare.
How's your training going, Tom?
Day by day. It's
day.
fine. Day by day.
Getting it all in though, right?
There's a lot going on at work this week, so I might need to get a little creative. I don't want it to spill over onto Friday, but like I'm working from home Friday and I don't have anything scheduled, so I don't know. Like I'm going to get all of my cumulative miles in for the week. And then this weekend we got long runs back to back, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm getting in the miles.
Yeah, the one thing I keep telling Tom, and this is kind of a lesson learned from Dopey training last time, is miles are miles when you're training for this type of distance. So you don't have to burn yourself out. So if you get up and you're like, oh my God, this sucks so bad, I do not feel like running today, walk. It's time on your feet more than anything. So
definitely.
We ran kind of we did 12 miles on Saturday, and then Sunday we had to do 6. So instead of running 6 or flipping our interval for 6, we took the dog and we walked up to Starbucks, which is 2.5 miles from the house, got a Starbucks, sat down. I had oatmeal and then walked back and then added an extra mile. So we got 6 miles. The dog got 6 miles. He slept the rest of the day. That was amazing.
Yep.
Oh,
he was so sleepy. But yeah, it's just that miles on feet. So I keep trying to talk him off the ledge a little bit when he's
Yeah, because not all training runs are going to be good. Like I went out Saturday to the woods just because it had been a while since I've been in the Pines, and I was going to do 25 or something. And I got out there and I was like, just like, meh.
Yep.
And I cut it, relatively short. I cut it down to 20. So I was like, but on the way back, I walked most of the last 5 miles.
Yep.
I mean, granted, I started getting crazy messages from work about a lockdown that ended up being nothing. But yeah, so I was super concerned about that. But it ended up being nothing, so it was not a big deal. But
good.
And then in the moment, I'm like, oh God, what's going on?
I'm in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. So it was this whole kind of crazy thing. But yeah, but I walked for a few miles at the end, and that was okay, and trotted a little bit just to get done or whatever.
Yeah.
But sometimes it sucks and you just finish it up. Also, I had no choice but to finish it up, or I would have been stuck in the middle of the woods. So there's also that.
That's true.
That's kind of the good thing about big loops, or even I don't know, where there's no option for you to give up is
Yeah,
typically where
yeah.
I like to do long runs because I mean, not like the Grand Canyon, but like in like a normal place where I can get like
Yeah.
an Uber.
I like it. I like an out and back.
Yeah.
So that way, you know, I've got to do it. So like doing the loop is always good. And even on Saturday, we all started together with Nikki and Nicole, and so it was Tom and the girls. And for the first like 3 or 4 miles, we all stayed together. And then Nicole and I were feeling pretty good, and you guys wanted to switch the interval. So we kept going at, you know, our 2 and 1 intervals. And then at mile 9, we're like, oh, let's just switch the interval. I'm not feeling great. And then we switched the interval for 1 mile. And after that 1 mile, we're like, can we just like walk? We feel like walking, and then just walked out the last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The last 2. Like, I think we just burnt ourselves out the weekend before at Army 10 miler, which we'll talk about in just a minute. But yeah, we're in it for the long game,
That's
guys.
it.
You
Yeah.
gotta just
That's
keep the miles
it.
on your
Slog.
feet.
Yeah,
And
with
then-
Dopey for that for sure.
Yeah, and I know not everyone's doing Dopey, but it sounds like almost everyone has fall goals and fall races. So
Yep.
just keep that in mind.
Yep.
Like the training is miserable so that you feel better on race day is what it is. Like
Preparation.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we've been doing where possible is incorporating races into our training plan, because then it's easy for us and we don't have to think about it. So we did the Army 10 miler, which we've never done before.
Mm-mm.
Nice.
And I don't think we have to spend too much time on it, but it was a really good race.
I loved it.
Like everything about it. Logistics. I mean, it starts at the Pentagon basically in Arlington, Virginia, and then you kind of run up along the river, over the river into DC. You kind of go down and around the National Monument, down the mall a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very scenic. There are some okay hills, but it's relative.
It's mostly
relatively
overpasses. It's kind of like
flat.
It's kind of like Disney, and that really
Mm.
the only hills are overpasses.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
wow.
it was beautiful and flat. They did a full expo the day before. That was kind of a pain because again we're up closer to Baltimore, and so we had to drive down to the DC Armory,
God. Yeah.
which is like right across the street from RFK Stadium. So that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But it was like a full expo. Like I haven't seen like a full expo in a long time
Huh.
because of COVID
Right.
and all of that. So they had, you know, vendors and UFOs, and like everybody was there and got your shirt and had a ton of merch. And yeah, I have never done that race before. I don't know why it wasn't even on my radar, but I loved it. I think also part of the reason why I loved it is because we had the most perfect weather I think I've ever had
yeah.
for
Absolutely.
a race. Like it could not have been better. So it was
Nice.
kind of cold in the morning. By the time the race started, like I had a long sleeve and I was like, oh, do I check it or will I want it in the corral? And I kind of wanted it in the corral. But literally right as we were coming up to the start line, I took it off and I was just in my tank top for the entire race and tied it around my waist. So it's like, I don't even know why I brought it. But it was probably 50s.
Yeah.
For the race. It was sunny. It was beautiful. Everyone was feeling great. I ran with Nicole and Scott. Whenever I run with Nicole, her and I are a little bit dangerous together because she used to be like way faster than I am, and she slowed down a little bit. But now I'm a lot closer to her pace. So when we run together, we both feel like we're trying to catch up with the other one, even though we're not.
God.
So we run like a little faster than we would. So all of a sudden we're like looking down at our watch and we'd be like, oh my God, that mile was like an 11:30. Like we don't run that fast. Like what are we doing? So I was actually able to PR, which was like super exciting.
Yeah.
For a 10K. Or for a 10 miler, and I like wasn't on purpose. It was just a perfect storm that the weather was good. We felt great. And we were running pretty fast. And I think it was like a 3-4 minute PR. I forget now. But it actually probably could have even been a little faster. But there was one overpass hill where I was like, can we please walk this just up the hill?
Yeah.
And we didn't even have to. It was at mile like 10 and a half. and we were feeling fine. I just looked at it and went, ugh, I don't feel like doing this, and walked up it. So if we hadn't done that, I might have got like 2 minutes off.
Oh man.
But no, the medal was cute. I don't know. Anything else about the race? You felt really good that race.
I felt really good. I mean, I maintained my intervals and I just ran my own race. I never put in my headphones. I was just kind of in the crowd and talking to people and, piggybacking, like leapfrogging. Okay. I kept leapfrogging
yes.
different groups and they would leapfrog me and we'd be chatting. Like it was a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big race.
It was
like,
huge.
On average, I just looked it up. About 35,000 people.
Oh man,
run this race.
That's huge.
It was huge. One observation, which I guess this happens at every single race, but like I saw several people on the side of the road with either a cramp or an injury or medics. Like people were like, because it's the army, so there's a bunch of military all around, and there are medics everywhere, and they were helping people. I just kept seeing people that had hurt themselves. One woman must have fallen flat on her face.
Oh yeah, I saw her
because she looked like she got punched in the nose and had like a whole bloody face. And I'm like, this is a traumatic race. But like, it was a very nice experience.
Yeah, running on the highways. I think.
Yeah. I mean, everything about it was a really good experience. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, I thought it was really pretty. The aid station was all run by Army guys. Again, much like I felt at the Harry Styles concert, I've never felt older in my life because they looked like children. And
we were talking about that at work today.
Oh yeah. I don't know. This is the ROTC there in high school. Like these are actual like men in the military and they look like children to me. Like but yeah, we had a great day. The snacks afterwards. Oh my God. They were giving people boxes of stuff because they had so much. You know how like you kind of feel like some races you have to be stingy?
Yeah.
Otis Spunkmeyer cookies. They had for Anna oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip. They had like 3 different kinds of muffins. And we were going through and they were like, oh, take more, take more, take more. They had full granola bars. They had
like fruit cups.
Fruit cups.
Yeah, I've always heard really good things about Army 10 Miler. I think our friends at Running on Tap always run that one.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen them in a little bit.
No,
we haven't seen them.
They've pod faded on us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like this, I don't know if it would become like an annual thing, but I would definitely kind of add this to the list. And it's a good week. I could see some years it being insanely hot and miserable because there's no shade.
It's been black flagged or red, whatever flag that happens when it's really hot. In the past, I actually kind of vaguely remember that a couple years ago, where like they had people passing out on the course everywhere. It was like really, really hot. But I've heard generally really good things other than that one year. Really good things about that race.
Because September's hit or miss. October's the same way. Like the Baltimore half marathon was this past weekend. And some years it's been so hot, people were like passed out on the side of the road because it's been in the 80s and it starts so late in the day. So, but yeah, it was a great race. I would do it again. Yeah, I was running really fast, which was unusual.
You did amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's all that treadmilling and the speed work and
Yep. That's it.
I wore my brace too, so wasn't slowing me down.
With the brace. Nice.
Mm-hmm. So go to the doctor, people.
You heard it here.
You heard it here. It's your hot take. Even if you're like, oh, that feels weird. If it feels weird for more than like 2 days, go to the doctor.
Seriously.
Like, just go. What are they going to do? Tell you nothing's wrong? Then that's fine. Or tell you to stretch. Like, just fix it.
Get a professional to tell you that.
So, yeah. So that was great.
Yeah. That's really all I got on that one. So do we want to wrap up with something good?
I forgot we do that until this moment.
I need you to pay attention. We've been doing this for like 2.5 years, 3 years now.
Forgot that was a thing. We warned them at the beginning of this episode.
It is very late, to be fair.
I'll tell you, it's a little chippy right now.
Man.
Somebody else go.
I'll go first. So we're knee deep in Halloween movie watching, and we tried to watch the new Rob Zombie
Oh
God. Oh, no.
Monsters movie.
Yeah.
Unwatchable.
Yeah.
Unwatchable.
It was absolutely awful. So we bailed after about 20 minutes.
I can't believe we made it that long. I wanted to wait because it kind of started out with her, and like Herman Munster like wasn't there yet. So I was like, well, like maybe when he shows up, it'll get better, and it did not.
Did not.
No.
Did
No.
you
So
make it
we
through?
bailed.
Oh, you bailed.
What?
Okay, you bailed.
No, we
20
bailed,
minutes.
and then I'll tell you what saved our night is a little double feature. We started with the brand new Marlon Wayans movie.
No, it wasn't Marlon. It's a younger It's a younger Wayans, isn't it?
Are you sure? Because that's him right there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
All
it's
the
Marlon Wayans,
Marlon Wayans brothers are the same to me.
Keenan Ivory.
Oh, Keenan Ivory's the old one.
He's the oldest
Anyways.
one. Yeah.
The movie's called The Curse of Bridge Hollow,
Ooh.
and it's a brand new family-friendly Halloween movie.
Oh, it was very cute.
Oh, cool.
And then we chased that with Hubie Halloween,
Hubie
Halloween, the Adam Sandler movie, which is just dumb
It's
Adam
so
Sandler
dumb.
being dumb Adam Sandler.
Both were great. The haunted one with the Wayans brother had Erica from Stranger Things in it. She's like the daughter.
Oh, really? Oh.
It was very cute. It was just like a silly hocus pocusy
like
Halloween
fun Halloween movie. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's a science teacher. He doesn't believe in ghosts, and then there's a spell, and all the Halloween decorations come to life.
Those are fun. Those are fun.
It's
movies.
just, and she's cute. Like, she's adorable. And it took me half the movie to figure out who she was. And I kept saying, who is she? And it was driving me insane.
And again, it's not that they were great movies. It's just that the Monsters thing was so bad.
They felt like Citizen Kane.
It felt... I was like, well, these are
Oh my
Oscar worthy.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
But yeah, so we just, because we went in knowing we wanted like a dumb Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Like that was the vibe we were feeling that night.
True.
But yeah, those were good. My something good, and I already talked about She-Hulk on this show and how it's one of the greatest things Marvel's ever done. I would say this is second or third on my list of the shows that they've done. WandaVision is first. The level of self-aware trolling that this show does is I've never seen anything like it. And people are so mad on the internet about it. And it's doing exactly what they said it was going to do. And the show actively makes fun of these people. It was one of the best finales I've ever seen. It's
so funny because
great.
like this is like it's one or the other. Like there's no in between on whether or not you like the finale. And I haven't seen it yet because I'm only on like
It's
episode
great.
3, maybe 4.
Brilliant.
But like you should text Maria and ask how Maria feels.
I literally said to Tom, I was like, I can't believe they're doing this.
Really?
Is how I felt. It was so great.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to wait to have this conversation until after I finish it. Like I said, I'm only about episode 4 in. But I know like when I was talking to Maria about it and a couple other people, it was like, we're only watching it because it's part of the canon and you gotta like, if it may become important later, because every Marvel show, you never know whether it's gonna be
it's not going to
important.
become important later. It won't be. Like barely. There'll be like one extra credit scene.
Yeah.
That'll be important
Yeah.
later. But
Like if she ends up showing up someplace else and you have no
Yeah.
context, you know, that kind of thing. So I've been liking it, but like I know that a lot of people like don't. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
doesn't
strange. It's
feel
like feels
like-
like
other Marvel products. It's a lawyer. It's Ally McBeal. So this show isn't about a superhero. It's a lawyer comedy with a strong female lawyer who happens to have superheroes,
Yeah.
superpowers. So if you like look at it like that, rather than
Which is
comparing it
basically
to
the comic, you know.
Iron Man,
yeah.
but it's so comic book accurate. Like,
Yeah.
there's like shot for shot of things that happen in the comics. Like she broke the fourth wall before Deadpool did.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it happened within like seconds of the show starting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
It's so great. I love it.
Mine's real quick because we haven't actually gotten to watch it. So, Love is Blind is back today.
Oh, God.
Is it?
It's back today.
Oh.
4
Excited.
episodes.
Michael is so excited.
4 episodes
Oh,
dropped today, and we
man.
didn't get to watch a single one. And it is now 10 o'clock at night, so we will still not get to watch a single one. But we're going to come home and be very excited to watch them tomorrow at some point.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
watching
Nice.
Supernatural, so
It's
going
true.
back to the
Oh, I never watched that.
watch the first 5 seasons. They were
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited to watch it because it's like the perfect trash television that I'm here for.
good. Yeah, I'm ready for it. My something good is Rings of Power, which finished up
We have to
and
finish.
was amazing finish. Just they nailed the landing. It's so good.
Also
So good.
controversial opinion.
Oh, yeah. Some people love it.
It's,
Some
it's not controversial. I don't. The other people who have other opinions don't count.
It doesn't matter that I don't know that I feel strongly about them sticking the landing, but I liked it more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
this is
Come around.
Michael's something good.
Yeah, you'll come around.
Okay, I'll come around. Apparently,
Mhm.
Yeah, we have to finish. We got distracted. I think we're way behind. I think we've
We're
only
way
watched
behind.
We've only watched like 2 or 3 episodes.
Oh,
So we
okay.
gotta
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally
we got
come back
some
in.
work to do.
Yeah, She-Hulk, Andor. There's too much TV right now.
Andor, yeah,
Yeah, we have a couple
started
Andors. That's very
Yeah, we
good.
watched a couple and then we haven't picked it back up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
there's
they're
too much.
fast, so we gotta let it build up a few.
Yeah.
It's getting
Mhm.
close to the end. That's the best
Yeah.
looking Star Wars show they've done
It's great. It's so
Yeah.
good.
by far.
It's so great.
Yeah,
And then now we're just getting through like all of our Halloween annual watches.
Yeah, because we started watching the Universal
Oh, yeah, we
monster
did. Yeah,
movies.
yeah, and
Mhm.
Invisible Man, Psycho. He's a psycho.
Right?
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Isn't he like the worst? He's like unhinged.
Yeah.
He's just mean too.
He is. Yeah,
he's
he's just a complete jerk. Also,
when he like pushes that lady down the steps.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
like just he's so mad at everybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
We watched Bride of Frankenstein.
also, yeah, I realized I
Oh,
don't
which
like
is-
it at all.
Psychotic.
It
it's
sucks.
so weird.
Yeah,
It's so
He's
weird.
like,
With
I
like the
remember-
little people in the jar.
Yeah. He's like, I used to think I liked this, and now I don't know.
I think I liked it because of how much Young Frankenstein took from it.
Yes.
Because it's basically like copied the movie and made fun of
Yes.
it. Because the movie is terrible.
It's
Not
They
good.
made the monster talk. There was no reason for the monster
love
goes
it.
from being able to talk
It's so
in
silly.
full sentences to grunting to falling in love to having these weird. I'm like, what is happening? Like he just burned up in the thing yesterday. This is only a day ago.
You know, she's one of the housekeepers in Mary Poppins.
Oh my god,
She's in
really?
a ton of stuff.
Oh my god, that's amazing. So yeah, we did
Yeah.
watch that. We watched a lot of Universal monsters. We stopped at Bride of Frankenstein. We'll probably pick up some more. I think next
Yeah.
up is like a Revenge of the Invisible Man or something, whatever
Oh,
it's called.
God.
The next
I
Invisible
don't know if
Man.
we've ever watched any of those. We just watched
Uh.
straight Invisible Man.
Yeah,
He's
oh yeah,
insane.
crazy,
He
just crazy.
Kills people for
Just-
no reason.
Yeah, the train off the rails, just like
Just that didn't even need to happen.
no, there was no reason for it at all. He's like, I'm just going to derail this train and
Kill
send
all these people.
plummet off the edge of the cliff. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh God!
And he-
And it's funnier to think because he's like naked the whole time
Yes.
as well, and they talk about him being naked the whole time. They're like, he'll freeze out here.
Oh my god! And when all the cops are walking around, the one guy bringing him into the police station,
Like,
it's so dumb. It's like, oh my god!
they're so great.
I was like,
So,
no wonder
yes,
he's
we've been
fooling
watching-
all you.
We've been watching all the Halloween stuff, and yeah, October's good. And then we're about, I don't know, I'm gonna call it 6 days before we start watching Christmas movies.
Oh boy.
Uh,
I don't hate it, but
Ooh,
yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna have to make you be friends with my friend Linda, who has 17 Christmas trees in her house every year, and they're all themed.
love
And
that.
like, I
I
feel
love
like
it.
Diana, you would
I
love
love it.
you would love Linda and her 17 Christmas
excessive
trees.
Christmas trees.
I love it.
It's like one Harry Potter one, and like 5 different types of Disney ones. Like
Amazing. Well done, Linda. All right. Tom
right.
keeps looking like he wants to wrap this up.
All right. So I'll just wrap us up by saying everyone's training, everyone's got races, a lot of people are injured, a lot of people are going through some stuff. We have a lot of awesome friends in this community, and there's a lot of strong people. And I just want to remind you that you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. That is a quote by Bob Marley.
Oh, there you go.
Good one. Sentimental.
One love.
I never know what to say after he.
Isn't it weird? It's like
He
so
does
awkward.
things.
Makes it super awkward.
like we're talking
I don't know
about
what
like
to
the
say.
Invisible Man, and then it's like,
Bob Marley.
and here's this really
Somber
weird,
quote.
somber quote to bring this down.
Well, thank you all for listening, and we will talk later.
Bye.
Bye.